Hey everyone, Eric Bean, CEO of Happy, and today we're going to talk about your biggest enemy, my biggest enemy, all of our biggest enemies. It's ourself. At the end of the day, our perception of the world and our perception of our place in the world, our product, ourselves in the world, it all comes down to what's in our head. It's what we're absorbing from the environment. It's how we're handling it, how we're coping with the environment. And self doubt is a big part of every entrepreneur. It's a big part of your development. It's your ego, and it's killed a lot of dreams. It's killed a ton of dreams, and it's almost killed mine. And I'm going to talk about different ways to handle it. The first way to handle it is to identify what's happening. So as I'm building this product, I mean, I've been at this for a long, long time. It's not my first rodeo for products. I understand the life cycle. At first, you're very excited. You're thrilled. The idea is there. Everything's fresh. You start developing over time. You get into the details. First you get to see what your new design is, your new logo. You're excited about everything. You fast forward a year. The excitement's not quite there. It's a different type of excitement. You've now got a different resolute focus. But when you have time to think and you start going on the plans to launch your product, so you start going on these message boards and you start interacting with entrepreneurs and you start talking to different CEOs and you start seeing all the products that are being launched on Product Hunt, and you see some cool stuff and some stuff that's, not as complex, but could work. You root for people. But there's an essence of what you're doing as you're trying to explain what you're doing, especially if it's a robust, where you go, oh my God, like, what if this doesn't work? I've put my heart and soul into it. And you start to question things. And it's a natural thing for a human being to do. It's literally ingrained in us. And when that happens, there's a simple technique that I've used for years, and that's to completely ignore it and literally look at that and say, that's you trying to sabotage yourself. You see it, you know what it is, you identify it, it's still going to be there, but you just say, you know what, that's your ego fucking with you right now, trying to make you worse, trying to make you fail, trying to make you pitiful and weak. And you go by it. Now, there's going to be other challenges that are going on, financial, family, friends, whatever it is. You might have some external influences too that are telling you that you shouldn't be doing this or that you should be taking other options. Mind you, you don't want to be delusional, but you do want to, if you are resolute in what you're doing, you believe in what you're doing, you never give up on that. Especially if it's working, it's starting to work. You see pieces coming together. Because there's nothing better than building something, growing it, watching it grow, and then being able to live off of what you've done, be able to live off of what you created. It's art, it's life, it's beautiful. It's something that will last longer than you. Even in the realm of the world where the code is going to be replaced by something better later, it's an accomplishment, it's an achievement, it's the reason that we live. And as the same thing as humans living to achieve, an achievement doesn't mean money necessarily. I mean, it's a thing, but achievement is, building things, making better things, making things cooler. A big part of what you're going to deal with is self-sabotage. Doesn't matter what other people say, doesn't matter what other people think. What matters is what you think. And in your own head, understand that there's going to be a small part of your brain that's going to be trying to sabotage you. So don't listen to it. Tell it to shut up. Keep focused, keep working. When you're working, that part of the brain doesn't talk. It's when you have a few seconds to yourself that part of the brain starts creeping. So get back to work, tell it to zip it, and move right past it. And understand that what you're going through, whether it's loneliness, whether it's stress, whether it's anything along those lines of emotions that entrepreneurs go through, realize you're not alone. Every other entrepreneur feels the same thing, especially during the building stage. And if you're through the excitement stage, and right now you're in the stage of, working towards getting to a launch, that's exciting too. But there's a stage in there that's not quite so exciting. It's like, it's like being in a relationship where not much is happening right now because you're not able to go sell. You're pre-selling, sort of pre-putting pieces together. You can't demo yet. You're trying to make sure everything's in place. Start to think about lists of things that you need to knock out before you launch that product, and tell that little voice that's questioning and doubting you to zip it, move forward, and be the best you can be. If you have any questions, anybody else that's been through this, and I'm sure people have, feel free to drop into the comments. Like if you like this video. We do a lot of series on this stuff, very rarely on the psychology side, but we'll do more if people want it. And in the meantime, everybody stay blessed, stay happy, and we'll talk again soon.